This week on Know Your Pastor.
Kelvin Wanyoike is the lead pastor at Deliverance Church, Donholm. He's born again, loves the Lord for a number of years now, since late 2003. I am married to one wife. Her name is Monica, and together we are blessed with two children, Atara and Adria. Deliverance Church Donholm is where we've been graced and privileged to pastor. It's located in Donholm, like the name says. A congregation of about 1,500 to 2,000 people. We've got 3 services every Sunday. We've got weekly meetings, prayer meetings, Bible study, and what have you. And our vision is to fill this city with the presence of God. Quite funny how I came to know the Lord. When I was just about to sit for my KCP, you know the way you are told God will help you with your exams? So that is what caused me to give my life to Jesus Christ. So when I did it for the purpose of the KCP exam. But it looks like God was ready for me. He stuck to me up until now. I have never looked back. And yes, He did help me with my KCP. I performed very well. So I will spend most of my time in church while praying to God to give me a job. And well, God did give me a job in clearing and forwarding. But from the first time I reported to that office, I didn't have joy. I couldn't enjoy it. It is then that I realized while I was praying for a job, I was actually at my job. And I realized that God had called me into the ministry. So while still working for the clearing and forwarding firm, I joined Bible school. Then I now went full throttle as far as service and ministry and preaching is concerned. And before long, it became very, very clear. Both there was a witness in my spirit that there was a call of God in my life. And my pastor then also confirmed it. But the most important one is that within my spirit, there was a witness that God was calling me to work for Him. Ministry or church leadership is an assignment that men and women get from God, and the sole purpose for the same is to equip the body of Christ and to perfect them in their Christ-like character. The heartbeat or the core of ministry is to pick someone, journey with them through teaching them the word, counseling them, praying for them, mentoring them, so to say. And the end result, the visible result that will be seen, is someone whose character and mannerisms resemble that of Christ. Maybe where I experience difficulty a lot is when someone has come to my office and they're really struggling in life. And they're coming hoping they will find a solution immediately, because the assumption is that all men of God have got to have a solution for what is happening. And you know, many a time, beyond praying for them, beyond encouraging them, beyond giving them hope, there is not much you can do. And sometimes to see someone going through a season that is really hard and painful for them, I am just so compassionate towards them. And I wish I could do more to sort of quicken the process and help them come out of it. That will be one side of it. The other side of it will be the delays that happen with discipleship, because discipleship is a process. And sometimes you want to see people grow into Christ-like character so fast, but then they take a long time. No wonder Jesus had to take 3 years to groom the disciples, you know. So there will be those moments, especially when I'm grooming someone into leadership position. I want them to grow quickly and faster, but I cannot dictate how fast they grow. So that again becomes a challenge. Of course, there's a usual challenge of people come and go every now and then. My bishop says, "Hakuna kanisa halitokangwi." So you'll have people coming, you'll have people going. Sometimes you're a human being, you feel that kapinch. I wish all of them would stay. But you know, you've got to let God lead His people the way He would want to lead His people. When you pursue balance, you're going to be frustrated all your life. What you have are a set of priorities. Now, what I do to make sure that my priorities are right, I got them in the right place. The first priority in my life is my relationship with God. Nothing comes above that. Second priority is my relationship with my wife and children. The third is others. Now, others has to do with church, others has to do with friends, others has to do with my relatives and what have you. So what happens is when it is church time, then I prioritize church time. When it is family time, I prioritize family time. When it is social time, then I prioritize social time. So if you find me in my social setting, you will not find me with a Bible or a golden bells. No, I'll be having fun. But again, when you find me with family, you will not find me with files working and counseling and what have you. So I literally just prioritize, and that has worked for me, has worked for my family and the church so far. My job as a pastor is to make sure that Christ is seen in me. So I have to walk with Christ and allow him to live in me so much that the people I lead have to see the character and the nature of Christ in me, and that is what attracts them to Christ. And it will be the same appeal I will throw to every young minister. Give yourself out to God. Let him use you to introduce himself to your generation. Thank you.
On Know Your Pastor.